Hello and welcome to this episode of The Mentor. Today we will be looking at a very important topic, and this is something I'm very, very particular about. This is something I believe can change your life because I have seen how it changed my life. And the topic is a question: what do you see? What do you see? And I'm going to be reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 5 and verse 6. It says, "Then he brought him outside and said, 'Look now toward heaven and count the stars, if you are able to number them.' And he said to him, 'So shall your descendants be.' And he believed in the Lord, and he accounted it to him for righteousness." When God wanted to show Abraham what he was going to do in his life, how he was going to bless him, he didn't just tell him, he showed him. He showed him. The importance of what you see cannot be overemphasized. It cannot be overemphasized. What do you see? Now, we are going to look at why it is important to see the right things, because what you see will determine who you become. Take that again. What you see will determine who you become. The things that you see around you become your reality. They are the things that form the realities that you accept, the realities that form your own reality. What you see define your mental construct. All of us, we have a mental construct. And that mental construct determines our standards, it determines our benchmarks, it determines what we consider to be acceptable and unacceptable. What you see determines your mental construct. If you grow up in an environment where there is poverty, there is dirtiness, there is nonchalance, there is lousiness, you find out that becomes part of your mental construct. It becomes normal for you to behave in that way. But when you grow up in an environment where there is diligence, there is cleanliness, there is excellence, there is respect, there is honor, that becomes part of your mental construct, which is why it is important that you become intentional about the environment that you are in. The next thing is that what you see determines your limitations. What you see makes you believe this is possible or this is not possible. What you see kind of delimits, what you can do and what you cannot do. Someone who grew up in an environment where he's seeing things are possible, everything is possible, things are happening, things are possible, that person believes that he can do all things. But someone else who grew up in an environment where they're telling, no, you can't do that, no, that, no, 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 and everything is no, 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 that limitation becomes your limitation. What you see also determines your vision. What you see determines your vision. So it is not strange that God took Abraham outside and showed him the stars in the skies. He wanted him to see. And he told him, that is what your inhabitants, your descendants are going to be like. He showed him, he made him to see. So what you see becomes your vision. And your vision will determine where you go, all right? Because you are looking at where you are going, all right? Now, how do you improve what you see? I want to encourage you to become intentional about improving what you see. Forget about every limitation. Everything is possible. The first thing is to become intentional about what you choose to see, okay? Who do you want to become? Forget about whether you have money or you don't have money. Forget about, what is possible and what is not possible. What do you want to see? All right. Be intentional about what you choose to see. Number two, choose mentors who are where you want to go. All right. Get close to them, serve them. When you operate in this atmosphere of people who are already doing the things that you want to do in future, all of a sudden you notice that it is absolutely possible, that this reality is something that is possible. All right. So find and choose mentors who are operating in the sphere that you would want to operate in. In my own life, I've seen how that has helped me. I don't want to give an example because some of them are really very strange. But things that where I grew up were not possible, I saw in the lives of my mentors, they were doing these things and they were normal. And so that became my reality. Number three, travel. Traveling around the world, traveling around Nigeria, traveling around Africa, anywhere is one of the best ways of increasing your horizon. That is, increasing the limits of what you see. There are some things you do where you are, which are cultural constructs and limitations, that when you go elsewhere, you begin to see they are doing it differently, and that immediately breaks that limitation and you become better in that area. All right. I encourage you to travel around the world. I've been to more than 50 countries in 5 continents, and many of the things I am doing are things I learned in those places I have visited, and they have become my reality. And then finally, read widely. While reading is very important, most of the things it will give you are theoretical. They are theoretical. They widen your horizon. They'll make you to dream, but read. But don't undermine the practical aspect. Don't look down on the practical aspect of increasing your vision. I want to encourage you. This is a very short one. I want to encourage you. Everything is possible. The Bible even says, to him that believes, all things are possible. And one of the things that determine our faith, one of the things that determine what we believe to be possible, is what we see. What do you see? God bless you. Bye-bye.